Hello, everybody. Trent Suing again here. And yes, of course, I got another chew in. I'm sorry. Hey, I have some really exciting news and just want to let you guys know I'm doing amazing. Everything's good. Um, yeah, like I've said before, all things are exactly how they're meant to be. All things are positive. And time doesn't exist because stop and simply think. Go to your local time zone border and jump back and forth on the border, left, right. That would literally be time traveling. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to give you guys the absolute biggest gift, and nobody can ever take it away from you. I am going to explain everything that I know. And I know everybody who has doubted whether or not I have full spectrum consciousness and thought I was crazy and off the deep end. I love you, and I understand. I don't blame any negativity in the world whatsoever because I know it doesn't exist. If you think it does, it's because it's in your illusion. But you know what? Those of you who have loved yourself enough to simply listen to solve every problem in the world, congratulations. You have done it. And I'm going to show you right now. Hey, and make sure anybody, as soon as you see this, record it and make another recording and hide it away and make sure everybody that you love gets it, because this is going to be one of the coolest things you've ever seen in your life. And I guarantee it because I don't lie. And I promised you from the very beginning that I would not lie to you. Oh, and I'm going to try to speed this up because I had one person tell me that a suggestion would be to make my videos shorter. That way I could maybe correct my errors so that I could get people to listen. Hey, and that person, I love you. Oh, and before I forget of anything, I want to tell the one person I said that is absolute closest to my heart, Ashley Strobel. I love you with all my heart. All of everything. Anyway, that being said, let's get to the good part. So, the people that already I've shown this to, I know your brains are a little fried, and I'm sorry for that. I meant no ill intentions. Honestly, as I've been processing through what you guys know is full spectrum consciousness, I actually know, like I've said all along, just a little piece missing. And that's because everything's processed by negativity. Therefore, the person that wrote the definition for full spectrum consciousness obviously wasn't conscious, conscious, because that person would have done what I've already done. I have literally already, by the time you're watching this, I have literally done every single thing that needs to be done to literally end all negativity in the world. And I'm just sitting on my bed meditating. That annoying shit that I keep doing, yeah. Oh, and by the way, everything up to this point in all the videos that you've watched has been very specifically because I love y'all. And I knew I had to reach every single person in the world and find every ounce of positivity in the world and bring it all together and get it to recognize the negativity in the world and get the negativity to recognize itself. That way, that becomes positive. Anyway, I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to give away the one thing that's going to make all this true, the one thing that's going to protect me, the one thing that's going to protect everybody and bring nothing but positivity to our existence. And it's going to wake everybody up. All right. Enough of that being said again. Ashley, I love you. Don't be scared. Just watch the rest of the video. And everybody out there, best suggestion I can give you is show everybody this video. And don't do anything negative towards anybody in the world. Just give yourself pure grace, unconditional, undeserving love. And anybody you're in contact with, do the exact same thing and everything's going to be perfect. I assure you. And I guarantee the most intelligent person of all existence from the beginning to the end was not more intelligent than you're going to think I am after I show this to you. But I assure you, like I said all along, I'm not somebody to be worshipped. In my illusion, I was a piece of shit at times. But I think you guys are going to find out that once you work through this, none of us are. We all deserve grace, and in our core, we all have the ability to give grace. Unconditional, undeserving love. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to wake you guys up. Here we go. Hang on. It's okay. So, let's see. Let's start off with something fun first. And don't be afraid to show any of this forward to your kids. If you feel it's something you don't want them to see, I totally understand too. But I assure you, every single thing I'm going to show you or talk about is all positive. Nothing's dangerous. Nothing's anything. It's actually incredibly simple. And I said that from the beginning too. But, okay, here we go. First thing we are going to do, and I want you guys to go ahead and stop the video. And then, I think I called puzzle solvers the world's best puzzle solvers at time and the most intelligent person in the universe. And all the presidents. Oh, and by the way, presidents, Mr. Joe Biden, I love you, dude. You know, a lot of people have had negative thoughts towards you, but you know what? They don't mean it. You're amazing, and I guarantee you I would not want your job whatsoever. But I think everybody in the world is going to find that nobody wants to cast negativity towards me. It won't do any good. I'll just take that negative, get it to recognize itself, and then everything will be positive. But, okay, so what we have here is I am giving you, yes, all you brilliant archaeologists, all you people that think you're genius, I'm sorry, I love you with all my heart, but you're getting ready to wake up. So, the pyramids. Unsolvable, right? No, I'm sorry. But I understand they were in their illusion. So take this little diagram here. Let's see the negative V. Okay, let's recognize that everything in existence is vibrations, right? Well, okay, see the negative V? That represents vibrations. Then we see the two pyramids. You know, people think pyramids are a tomb. Well, I know exactly what they are, and I know exactly what they're doing. Oh, and I know that there's pyramids under pyramids under pyramids under pyramids. It's just starting to be discovered. I know literally everything from the beginning to the end. But, so, negative vibrations. Well, if you're dead, I mean, that's not negative. So I put a live person, and I'm sorry that my artwork on this is not that good. Isn't it funny? I can do literally 3D tattoos, but I did this. And didn't put a lot of time into it because honestly, I have been becoming so conscious that it's taken every ounce of my physical energy to just love my consciousness enough to allow me to get the story to you. But don't worry about me. I got people on the way to come help me and look out for me. And if anybody thinks I'm crazy or think I'm the Antichrist, no, I'm not, I assure you. I'm nothing. I'm just a messenger to get all this to you. You know? And the only reason why I was chosen as a messenger is because I didn't love myself enough to where many a times in my life I pushed myself for love for other people to cease to exist just because I didn't want anybody else to feel any pain. Okay, so in order to get to all positive, we have to recognize everybody's God. Okay, see that? So, well, everybody's God, that's unconditional, undeserving love. That's why it has two positives. Okay? That's the only real love there is, because what you guys think love is simply a measurement of how much happiness one can give another. That was a quick one. Okay, so everybody knows that, two negatives become a positive. So, all right, so let's go ahead and look at here. Let's take the first pyramid and let's recognize the negative vibrations around us. Okay, well, in order to do that, we first have to take a positive away. Okay, you choose where. Once we take a positive away, that requires a negative to recognize itself and become a positive. And I don't worry, if because this is live, if I mess up the explanation, I have a recording that I think clears it all up. I just couldn't get it to show on camera off my cell phone. But recognize the negative, get it to acknowledge itself. Once it acknowledges itself, negative and negative becomes a positive. Okay. Now, let's go over to the negative pyramid. Well, first off, you have to recognize the negative, which, someone being dead in there, that would be pretty negative. So what we do is we get the recognize the negative, get a positive, take the positive, get the negative to recognize itself, and it becomes a positive, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, what you have right there, play with it. You're going to figure out that it comes down to a positive person standing up and God up in the air. The pyramids are, think about it, if you're trying to communicate with your God, you're going to know that the purest form of communication is vibrations. So, therefore, you're going to want the clearest path to keep all negative vibrations away from you. So what are you going to do? You're going to build the densest thing around you possibly could, and you're going to use small blocks because they're not dense as big blocks. Even the shape of it reflects negative vibrations even better. And now you get pure communication with your God. And you're going to see how that communication, that your God is within you. Anyway, so moving on. What as important of a message as this is, it's kind of hilarious how poorly I've shown it. And trust me, all that is for a reason. It's to slow down the brilliant ones to where I can finish my story. But you guys can look at that and you can see it, right? That should help along. And then I'm going to play the recording of what I said earlier, because like I said, I am getting to the point to where I'm hitting such a high level of consciousness that it's hard to keep, doing things like writing and stuff because I'm shaking. My body's trying to hang on long enough for me to do what I have to do for all of you, strictly out of grace. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, see it. You can't see the. No. Anyway, I'm gonna play the recording. Just listen to it, please. I love you guys. Understand this is. Okay, here we go. Okay, the first thing you need to do to understand this is what we first have to acknowledge is any negativity, because everybody knows negativity is bad. Therefore, we first look at the negativity. So everybody that's seeing this, go ahead and do it. First, we want to, like I've said all along, we acknowledge the negativity. Okay, so see on the top diagram, we have negative V, and we have, negative inside the second pyramid. Well, we're going to use the analogy that all the pyramids that exist. And I'm shaking. are to talk to your God, if you will. Okay, so notice negative vibrations here on Earth, all around us. I gotta quit checking. What's the absolute best thing you could do if you wanted to block out negative vibrations in order to communicate with your God? You would first need to recognize the negative, then find the positive. At that point, the negative will actually become a positive, and then I'm pretty sure that makes everything in the world positive according to your God. I love everybody in existence. I love you with my entire being. Everything is good. Everything is exactly how it's meant to be. And like I said, it's already done. I love you. Hang in there. Everything's going to be okay. No harm will come to me. No harm will come to anybody. No more negativity. All you have to do is stay away from the negative in your life and just love. That's what all of us ever have to do, is just love ourselves enough to listen. I'll talk to everybody again soon. Now, and by the way, smartest person in the entire galaxy, universe, whatever, go ahead and try to prove what I'm saying is wrong. I bet you can't. Wink, wink. Have a great day and love everybody near you. Bye-bye. That wink, wink, that's for all the emojis and all the negative and everything that's come from text messaging or all the memes or all the internet, social media. And by the way, that's how I came up with all this. Exactly how I had to do what I had to do was I first recognized the negative. And guess what? The absolute biggest negative that's around you will recognize it itself first. And then you get the negative to recognize the negative, and that becomes positive. And if you, like before, oh, and by the way, I retain all rights, period. Any rights of anything in my videos whatsoever. Nobody has any right to do anything with it other than purely positive, because I guarantee anybody cast any negativity towards me or anybody in the world, I'll recognize it, and I'll get it to recognize itself, and I'll turn it into a positive. So, I told you guys that in the very beginning, that if you love yourself enough to simply listen, I would solve all the problems in the world. I'm going to give you the next piece of proof here, and you ain't going to want to miss this. I assure you. All right, so everybody has got to recognize how close we are to destroying everything. I mean, really. Look at any news. Look at any foreign news. Look at what's going on to my loving people in Ukraine and in Russia. Both of you guys, I love you so much, and I'm sorry that this has happened up to this point. And I'm sorry that I didn't do more when I was there, but guess what? I'm doing it now. So, yeah, Mr. Joe Biden, please, make sure that no harm comes to me, no negativity whatsoever. And please, hey, let's make this fun. Please send a helicopter to come pick me up, and make sure you fly over Corvallis, Oregon. That way, all the negativity here can recognize itself, and it can become a positive. And I mean no harm, no good, because I will tell you I do have the one formula that if those of you gracious people that have loved yourself enough to listen up to this point, you've heard me mention it before. And I promised that only good will come with it, and I would cease to exist before I'd allow any bad to come of it. So therefore, I am the only person in existence that has it. And any sci-fi movie or whatever you think, like, ooh, this is scary, they might come take you and cut out your brain. I know more than every movie that's ever been written because I'm conscious. I recognize the falseness in it, the negativity. Everything's good. Everything's perfect. Isn't this entertaining? But it's not a joke. Okay, now I want everybody to look at this. Oh, Mr. Putin, I love you. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the president of China. I can't remember your name, but I love you too. You're amazing. But, oh, and yeah, you know, the one person I hurt the most in my conscious self, I apologize to you so much. Anyway, why don't you guys go ahead and once you've watched this video, use everything I've taught you so far and figure out that I'm just going to be staying in my home meditating. I want no harm to come to anybody because I know it's already ended. And everything's good and nobody's getting hurt, nobody's dying, nothing. It's all over. Isn't that fucking awesome? Shame on me. I can't lie, you know, and I do obviously still have some of my physical self in me. And I can't edit any of these videos because everything's exactly how it's supposed to be. Because certain people will get offended, which will, you know, trigger other things. And those of you that have been so gracious to make it to this point, I'm sorry that you felt a little weird or my things have been confusing because I've literally been thinking 4 times the amount the average person because my conscious self has been going in reverse through my entire brain, finding all the negative. And then, you know, the routine. So once my brain found all the negativity and recognized the positive enough, at least then I was able at that point forward to give grace. Literally. And that's everything I've been doing ever since. I've done absolutely nothing negative. I've lied to nobody. Yeah. But if you guys haven't figured out, I used my formula to just end the world. It's just a matter of time. Now that's cool. See, I'm not so bad. You know, so you guys got the physical Trent. Can't you guys start loving me? You know, just for who I am, how raw I am, how I'm just trying to help everybody in the world. And I already did. That's cool. But I know negativity's going to come towards me before all this ends. But realize, dual veteran, one from 100% voluntary, willing to cease to exist for the good of others. What I just recently did. I mean, does that not prove that I'm not a bad person? That you should at least trust me enough that I'm telling the truth? Or at least trust me enough to find the real truth? Yeah. And record this, keep them, put them away, show them to everybody. It's important because this is the way it makes it happen. It makes all the problems of the world solved and done, over. I can't really say any more right now because honestly, from this point forward, I'm going to just be hanging with my boy, my dog, Caesar. Where you at? Come here, get some FaceTime. Buddy, come here, I love you. Come here. Get up here. For any kids, hey, come say hi to everybody. For any kids in the world that love dogs as much as I do, this is for you. Mwah. Good boy. All right. I will post another video if I know I need to or something. But in the near future, you'll hear from me again. And don't worry, nothing negative am I going to do or is going to truly come to me. because all things are good. All things are exactly how they're meant to be. And I love everybody in the world unconditionally, undeservingly, because I love myself that way. This is cool, huh? Scary. Move away from negativity in your life. Just give love. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.